Hello, my gig life friends and soon to be friends, and all of you out there. It's great to be back. It's great to be gigging. My name is Sarah, and I do my gig work on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And I'm hearing from other people that there is definitely a slowdown. The big R is hanging over our heads. R equals recession. So a lot of people can't order the way that they did. You know, I look at DoorDash as just a whimsy. I mean, sometimes I like scratch my head. Yesterday, I had an order from a one-of-a-kind coffee type of place, and it was for a cold brew and something in a bag, you know, some sort of confection or egg thing. And the total of everything was like $12. And I was paid $12 to bring it to this person. And I'm sitting there thinking, $24 for a cold brew and a something something? And it's like, who? I don't, like, I could never spend that type of money. I sit there and think of $24 and I think of, like, that's a dozen eggs, it's a loaf of bread, it's a thing of cream, maybe an organic bag of coffee beans. I don't know. I guess I'm just frugal Fanny when it comes to spending money. And yet here I am in the gig world, right, where people spend money on whimsical or luxury or need to order things. So I'm driving there and I'm on these like roads that are clearly sanctioned that you can only put a house on like a 3+ acre type of setting. I mean, it's beautiful. And the homes are like tasteful. They're not, you know, McMansion-y, like, look how much money I have. They're just regular houses. And some of them are antique houses that obviously came with a plot of land that the people have just kept as is. Lovely, lovely. So I pull in the driveway and there's a Maserati. So it's like, okay, I'm not worrying about this person with their whimsy. But so God bless the summer people is all I can say, because this was clearly like a second home. Sometimes you can just tell by the plate on the car. Sometimes you can see that it's a rental property and you get kind of used to delivering to certain houses. And you can tell with the different cars and different license plates that they're from other places. And the last thing the woman wants to do on her vacation in a rental property is go to the store. So a lot of Instacart orders. And, you know, I do love that every day is a different day, don't you? I mean, isn't that part of why we do this? It's like fishing for me. You know, you never know what you're going to get. And it's not like I'm dangling a lure or two in the water like on Wicked Tuna trying to catch, you know, either bait or the big one. But, you know, you have your apps and they're on and you just see what happens. And I do love it. Instacart hasn't seemed quite as punishing. And I don't know if I'm naive, but I don't know. I've been kind of doing it and getting nice compliments. And a lot of times I'll get a little message that, you know, Kathy has raised her tip. And, you know, never discount or dismiss the fine art of bagging things, especially in warmer weather. I have many thermal bags in my car. And I do respect that when I get, you know, meats, produce, and frozen items and dairy items, that they definitely need to be in the bag. And so I will do that. But I will also bag things so they have their own built-in cooler. I mean, maybe I'm, you know, saying this to the obvious, but I have gotten compliments on how I bag things. And so perhaps, you know, maybe it's from my training as an in-store shopper, because we had ambient shelves, meaning, you know, shelf stable things, freezer items, and then the things that go in the refrigerator. And so you know, you have to pack them appropriately and put them in the designated place. So maybe that's just a skill that I've just, like, you know, internalized, and I just automatically do that. So, you know, the chilled stays with the chilled, the frozen with the frozen. So they've got their own built-in coolers in addition to putting them in the thermal bags. And it's just a nicety. And I sometimes, will even text them that the frozen bag is closest. So they just know. And I try to do like a professional kind of, shopper, because that's what I consider myself. Sarah P. Pearl, Sarah P for professional. So yesterday I had on my little Banana Republic blazer that I love my little uniforms, right? I've got my little cute little shoes, and I've got my Levi's, and I've got my Banana Republic blazer, usually with a white under top thing, and my pearls, because my last name is Pearl, and then I love my pearls. And so I kind of dress up to do my gig work. And a lady said, I don't think I've ever had anybody wearing pearls deliver my groceries. It was kind of cute. I liked it. So I love people, and I love it, and I love when it's contactless, because that's a break too. But I also love when somebody opens the door and it's like, hi, and you can see their face without a mask and they're smiling. But yesterday I did get one, a lady said, oh my God, I've got COVID for the second time. So otherwise I'd say hi. And, you just meet some dear people. There's one woman, it's so sad. And she lives in this like shack. Probably nothing has been done to it for 20, 25 years. There's a car parked there with no license plate on it. It's probably been a decade since she drove it. And it's got so much sap and pollen and just, no attention given to it. I mean, it's going to have to be just probably towed away. And, I delivered to her. Her house smells like garbage that's been there for so long. It's kind of like become the smell of the place. And when you take one look at it, you just say, a dumpster, a huge dumpster container would have to be called in. And she ordered like 4 or 5 dozen eggs. And she said, well, I'm just going to make egg salad. And she's, unable to walk. And, oh, my God, your heart just goes out to her. Can I put these in your refrigerator for you? I mean, there's just some people that just need our help. And it's just nice. Cape Cod has a population of 35% are over 65, and some are spry, like I still am lucky to be. But then there's others that their bodies have just given out on them, and they really need, they can barely make it probably to bring in the groceries. So I'm happy to bring them in. I don't get wrapped up with that. And one lady had just had shoulder surgery. You go ahead, you say that 3 times. And I had no problem whatsoever, bringing the bags into her designer, and I mean designer kitchen. It was absolutely gorgeous. The most exquisite countertops, like marble or quartz or whatever they are, exquisite, and cabinets. And then the center aisle had the gas stove, top, the stovetop part, and then I'm sure the ovens were over there. I didn't have a lot of time to spend there, but exquisite. And it smelled like fresh paint and all those things. And I live in an almost 100-year-old house, and the kitchen, I could just picture selling this house and a person coming in and going, oh my God, this whole kitchen has to go. And it's like, for me, it's like, it's so comfortable. There's not even a dishwasher. That's how small the kitchen is, but it's a working kitchen. And cooking is my haven. When I'm not shopping and delivering food, I'm cooking it, right? So anyway, yeah, some people have been concerned that perhaps it's slowing down. I think I'll get a brief break from the slowdown because it's summer, and, people are in motels and they want their Starbucks, they want their Dunkies delivered to them in the morning. It's like one of those things. And so happy to accommodate. I'm happy to bring you your McDonald's hash browns if that's what you want. And so I get to see a lot of motels and hotels on the water, and people, paying top dollar for that view that I get all the time. So I'm very, very blessed. So, I will continue to store away acorns while it's, make hay while the sun shines. Is that what they say? And just be prepared, just like being prepared. I have a gas account. I have a Capital One account where I have everything, taxes and car expenses and gas and 911, just different accounts that get a few rubles every single week as I allocate the funds. So I'm not caught with like, oh my God, I need a tire and it's $200 and where am I going to find the money? It's there. It's in that 911 account or the auto expense one. And then the taxes, I got nailed last year because of so much gig work. And so I have to do the quarterly. So I've done 2 of the 4 quarterlies, and I'm glad because of that, because it's in the can, right? It's done. And so I won't get hit with the huge tax bill that I had this year or for 2021. So pay yourself first, sock away some money for those taxes because they're going to come and get you, even with huge gas mileage. Now, I just heard on the news that they're going to give us 4 more cents per mile. Most of us probably deduct the mileage. And so but it doesn't start till halfway through. How do they do that when you go to your accountant and you've driven 20,000 miles for your gig work? How do they know what was before, like July 1st and what wasn't? I don't know. Higher pay grade than me. Not too many CPAs are delivering, DoorDash, I guess. So anyway, that's my fun. I'm about to get suited up because my Dash scheduled time starts in 15 minutes. So I got to get a hustle on to get the hustle on, if you know what I mean. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you here the next time. Bye-bye for now.